Let's just see the countdown.
What's up, Gamecock Nation? We finally back. It's been a long time, long off season. LG, what's up, man?
Yeah. What's good, man? What's good, man? Hey, it felt good hearing that music once again.
I know, right, bro? I know. Got a really exciting season, a lot of buzz around the program, bro. I'm ready to get into it. I'm definitely ready.
Man, we on what? 2 weeks away after this weekend?
Yep. September 3rd, bro. Yeah.
September 3rd, we locked and loaded, baby.
Willie B, under the lights. Bro, opening night couldn't get any better than that.
Can't get no better, man. Well, enough with that. You know what we're here for. Let's take a look back our predictions, everything, what went wrong and right last year, man. So let's start with the offensive coaches.
What do we? Hold on, let me get my notes out.
Now let's we're gonna go from the top to the bottom with the offensive coaches. Let's start with the quarterback coach and the OC, Marcus Satterfield. Last year, we said he was gonna be an upgrade.
And honestly, bro,
Whoa.
I gave Sat a lot of shit, bro. But going back watching some of the games,
Yeah,
the play calls weren't that bad. There was a couple that were questionable.
yeah.
But the play calling wasn't. Go ahead.
Like that Tennessee, that Jordan Birch.
Right, that. And who were we playing when they tried to throw the ball out of the end zone, out of our own end zone, on like third down? Was that Georgia?
I think it was Georgia.
Yeah, like
I think it
like
was
that.
Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah, so the things like that is what I had a problem with. But honestly, bro, outside of like those plays that you can think of off the top of your head, like that were stupid plays,
Yeah.
the play calling wasn't that bad. Now the execution, on the other hand, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna get into a lot of the detail about that because I'm sure we're gonna cover that before the season. As far as everything that went wrong. But so I'm still sticking with what I said last year. Sat is a definite upgrade over anything that we had during the Muschamp era.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I was hard on Bobo too. Excuse me. I was hard on Marcus Satterfield too. But I'm gonna give him a pass, man. We started 4 different quarterbacks last year.
And see, that's why I said I wasn't gonna get into all that right now. Yeah. My guy he was playing musical chairs with the quarterback position, so it's hard to get in the rhythm. Same thing was going on with the offensive line, and I think that got lost on a lot of people.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna give him a pass. So how do you think he did as a QB coach though? Because he does hold both roles.
Honestly, seeing Joyner from the time he was under Muschamp and Muschamp's offensive coordinator, and then him taking the reins in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Yeah.
He looks night and day different. He looks comfortable. So that has to say something. Now, granted, the other 3 quarterbacks, one wasn't healthy, one's 35, and the other one just wasn't very good. No disrespect to Justin Brown, but you know what I mean. This is the SEC, bro.
Not 35, man. Shout out to Zeb. He is.
But Colonel Zeb, we love you, bro. We love you, bro.
Man, hey, he going down the Gamecock history. That touchdown versus Vandy, we needed that.
Right. And we would have lost to Vandy if it wasn't for that drive. And he got us exactly what we needed. So he's always going to be, you know what I mean, one of the good guys.
Facts. Gotcha. So let's go to tight end coach. Even though he's no longer with us.
Yeah, you know, I had told you about that little situation too, how certain information is not floating around now that he's not here.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know, bro. With tight end, I guess it's wait and see. I mean, Jody Wright did come from the NFL, so he has a different pedigree. He certainly knows how to coach the plus athletes. So I'll give him that. But obviously, we haven't seen him coach our players yet. But we got a room stocked full of talent for him at that position. So if he's any good, he's going to be able to maximize the potential in that room.
I think so too, man. With him being from the NFL and the type of athletes he's coached, I think he could show our tight ends a thing or two, especially Staub and Bill. The boys some playmakers for real.
Yeah, and even the guys behind them like Travion Kenyon and Coach Atkinson, Nate.
Yeah. I ain't know he was that big.
Yeah, and I was watching some of his film. Dude is a blocker. He blocks like he was born an offensive lineman. You know
Yeah. So I'm excited what they can do. Like 3 tight end sets, you know.
Right.
Big boy football.
Definitely. Now we're gonna move on. All right. So who next on the list, bro? We talk tight ends. We talk wide receiver.
Wide receiver coach, man. Who we had for just a step? Oh, Joe Cox.
Who?
Joe Cox.
I'm just playing. But yeah,
definitely
so
upgrade.
As far as coaching ability, definitely an upgrade. We're gonna find out about the recruitment here shortly. Once we find out what Wills and Rucker are capable of. So we're definitely gonna find out about the recruitment. He just hasn't landed that big time high school guy for us yet. So that's what I'm still waiting on from Steph, honestly.
Well, I think Sampson could be that guy, but he wasn't overly touted in recruiting.
Right, and Sampson's one of those guys. I feel like he's going to be really good. He won 5A Player of the Year in the state of Texas. It was only a 3-star in Texas. 5A Player of the Year, or is it 6A? It was 5A or 6A.
5A, I believe. It don't matter. Bigger than anything we got.
Big boy football. Big boy football. That's all you need to know. He won Player of the Year. And I don't know if y'all know the kind of talent that Texas produces. But for this young man to be the Player of the Year, he's a baller, and there's no way around it.
No way around that, man. I heard some good things from him in camp too, so I'm excited what he will bring into the room.
Definitely. If he can be a reliable route runner, bro, with what do they call it, deceptive speed, I think he'll be a good one for us.
Facts. So let's get with the tight ends, man. Running back coach, Hardesty, man. You think he was an upgrade or what?
Running backs didn't do a lot last year. Later in the season, Kevin Harris finally got it going. Zaquandre White, he had his flashes. But there wasn't a lot of consistency among the running backs last year. I think part of that was to do with the offensive line, so I'm not going to blame that completely on Hardesty. But he got big shoes to fill. The two previous running back coaches that we had before him, one of them is an NFL coach now, and the other one is the offensive coordinator at North Carolina State, I believe. So it's you know what I mean, he has big shoes to fill. I think he may be a good recruiter, just with how young he is and how relatable he is to most of the guys that we were targeting at running back. Like the Braswell situation, I was not expecting to get him, but Hardesty pulled that off. So kudos to him for that. Yeah, it's a lot, bro. I think the jury's still out because for one, I can't rate him off of last year, knowing we didn't have a quarterback, we didn't have an offensive line, and teams was just stacking the box, and it was really hard for the running backs to do anything.
It was. Yeah, I could give him that. I'm gonna give him a incomplete too. I'm gonna give him one more year, see what they do this year. I do like the Braswell kid. He picked up in recruiting. Let's see if we can hold on to him though.
Definitely.
I heard some more people gonna be trying to approach him during the season, so hopefully we can win some games and keep him in the fold. 4-star running back.
Now, with that being said, he had some talent to work with.
Oh yeah.
When you think about Lloyd, he was pretty much a 5-star coming out of high school. You got Christian Bill Smith, who's done what he's done up at Wake Forest. We still have Rashad Amos. Who else?
Juju.
How did I forget Juju? Shoot, they brought in the really fast guy from Columbia University, Dante.
Turbo. I heard a lot.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of good things about Turbo. And Carol from
I forgot about Lavoisier.
Yeah.
So the room is pretty deep. A lot of unproven talent, but definitely some talent there.
Definitely. Last but not least, we've been hitting at them during the other segments. Offensive line, man. Greg Atkins, Dr. Phil. Is it upgrade or what? Or jury's still out?
From a recruiting perspective alone, that is an upgrade.
Okay. Yeah.
Just from recruiting. Never mind the results from last year. There was a new system. Obviously, those weren't his players. What else can I say? The quarterback situation. So yeah, a lot went wrong last year, bro. And then he had health issues. So
I think that's what really played a major part. When you have your offensive line coach not there, give you one-on-one hands-on teaching, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do that, especially at this level.
Right, because missing one practice is like missing a day of class in college, bro. So you're gonna be totally lost and on to the next subject by the time you get back.
Thanks.
So yeah, I'm the jury's still out on that. But as far as recruiting, bro, have we ever had an offensive line class this talented as the one we have for 22 right now, 23 right now?
I was looking at that. What was the class with who was in AJ Can class? That's when they said that's when Eric Wolford, that was his 1 year here. I think everybody he recruited went to the league.
Right, but most of those guys were they were lower rated. They just they overplayed their ranking. I don't think we've ever been in a position where we're gonna be able to start probably 4-star offensive linemen within the next 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, definitely bravo on that end, man. I can't take nothing away from him on that end, man.
Yeah, definitely. He has some irons in the fire for next year's offensive line class already, bro. It's looking like it's going to be better on paper than the 23 class. So
yeah. There were definitely big things in store for the offensive line. Shout out Gray Atkins, man. I think that's done with the offensive coaches, man. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball, man.
We're gonna start with DBs, bro. I gotta hear your input on this.
DBs, Torian Gray over Tavares Robinson. Now, last year I think we had the best ranked pass defense in the SEC, or top 2 or 3.
Yeah. Now, as good as that record is, we know part of that is because teams knew they didn't even have to throw it on us. They could just run the ball straight up the middle and get 5 or 6 yards per carry at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But on the flip side, we had the most interceptions. So when they did pass, we was making them pay. So it go hand in hand.
Now, with that being said, there's no Jalen Foster on this year's team. There is no Jalen Foster.
But how can I put this? Let's say Jalen Foster, All-American. I want to say this, All-American, right? He was a walk-on who played his way up, right?
Right.
And he finally surpassed everybody's expectation under who?
Torian Gray. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was gonna say Gray was an upgrade regardless, just because, bro. Before the season, how many of our DBs did you know besides Cam Smith?
Well, last season he was the only one. He was the only known commodity.
Exactly. And then Darius Rush and Jalen Foster come out of nowhere.
Dial too.
Dial. And then Carlins Platel came out of Assumption. He played good for us. I don't know, man. It just seems like that back end is a lot better under Torian Gray's leadership than Tavares Robinson and Will Muschamp, and their specialty was supposedly coaching DBs. So that's an interesting tidbit.
Well, according to some of the players, they said this defense is a lot easier to remember, which allows them to play faster. And on the football field, that's a good thing. You don't want to be thinking about too much stuff out there. You just want to read and react.
And honestly, I think Muschamp was probably a good defensive coach, but his scheme doesn't work when he doesn't have clearly better players. You know what I mean?
I.e. Georgia last year.
Right. So, yeah, like last year, he pretty much had generational talent on every level on that defense. You know what I mean? So there were a lot of mistakes to be made, especially when the entire front seven is NFL caliber. So,
right.
You know what I mean? There was no drop off. They swapped out linebackers. There was no drop off. The third and fourth linebackers were right there with the first and second linebacker as far as talent wise. So I don't. Torian Gray's an upgrade. I'll put it like that. Period.
I think so. I think so too. And he recruited his butt off too.
Yeah, definitely.
He recruited his butt off too.
And I like how these guys don't recruit specific areas where they feel like they can get recruits from. They go everywhere. That's one thing I love about this new staff. Like they out in Cali, they out in Texas, they, you know what I mean? They all the JUCOs out in Arizona. Yeah, DMV. we're supposed to be putting the whole emphasis on the entire East Coast, New York, all the way up to Maine. So,
you need them all.
Right. And obviously, you got to compete with Ohio State and Michigan up there pretty much. But most of those kids want to get away from there. They want to get away from the cold.
Cold weather.
Yeah. So in South Carolina, it's the northernmost SEC school. So
yep.
We have a built-in advantage in recruiting the Northeast. So.
Definitely, man. So linebacker coach who's also the DC, Clayton White.
Upgrade. Upgrade.
Man, hey, Ray Tanner, as long as you the AD, pay that man. Make sure he stay paid.
Unless he becomes the head coach at a bigger school, and I don't mean no disrespect, but I don't mean a little school. I'm talking about D1. Unless he gets a head coaching job at a school like that, bro, y'all should pay him whatever he wants to be here.
Pay that man.
What he did with that defense last year compared to 2 years ago, compared to 3 years ago, it's night and day. Watching the defensive line, although they weren't great, just watching how much more fun they were having was a lot of fun for me to see. You know what I mean? Because that's what you want to see. If the players not having fun, even if you win in the game, boring.
Yeah. And I think him moving Brad Johnson to linebacker was a definite smart move to do.
Yeah, to free up that size and that speed, you know what I mean, to just run around and not get basically held right at the line. Yeah, I think that's going to pay dividends, especially with Brad Johnson's second year playing linebacker.
Facts. And let's talk about the recruiting, man. Stone Blanton, 4-star linebacker out of Mississippi.
Yeah, I like Stone. I like Pup Howard too. Yeah, the guy can recruit. And these are just I'm pretty sure he has a hand in recruiting everybody on the defense.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the linebackers are his guys. So I'm interested to see how they develop because he's bringing in program changers at that position.
I'm hearing Debo Williams took a step this summer and this fall.
That's good. That's promising. I think he was decent last year, but I think he can do a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanna see what he can do with Kaba because I really like Kaba's speed.
Yeah, and he finally healthy.
Yep, and I think we get Sherrod Green back.
Yep, Sherrod too. Yep.
So, yeah, Sherrod Green, Brad Johnson, Mo Kaba, Stone Blanton.
That's a solid 5.
Like that's a good 5 linebackers to have on the roster right there.
Yeah, that's a solid 5, bro.
So we're gonna move on. What's up with that defensive line, bro?
Jimmy Lindsey took over for
Okay. Are we gonna do defensive line separately than defensive end? Let me ask you that first.
Yeah, because Sterling Lucas is the outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah. But Jimmy Lindsey, I think he's good. He's bringing along Boogie Huntley. He's making some strides, I heard. He got Nick Barrett, TJ Sanders. I'm hearing good things from him. Zach Pickens. They say he's looking good. He got him looking good. So I think he's doing pretty good, man. I think he's we need to work on that run stop. That's that run stop. We need to work on that. But besides that,
getting off of blocks too many times, guys cannot. They get engaged and they can't get off the block. That's one of the things I want to see him work on. And with Jimmy, I don't doubt that he knows the game, bro. I just can't get past the fact he does not look like a defensive line coach. Like when I look at him, I don't see a defensive line coach.
I can see that.
But he looks like he knows what he's talking about, but he just doesn't look like a defensive line coach to me. But what I think, my opinion, that's irrelevant. What he produces on the field, that's what's relevant. So I'm interested to see how his unit performs this year.
I want to know how he going to set up his rotations because the DT is about 6 deep.
Yep. Yeah, and we lost Sandage, so somebody else got to step up to replace that role. Definitely need to get big years out of Pickens and Boogie. Gotta have it. Both of them got NFL dreams, so they gotta have
it. I think Boogie gonna have a big year, man.
I think Boogie gonna have a year. He looks bigger, stronger, faster than I've ever seen him.
Yeah, definitely. So, man, what you think about Sterling Lucas?
I don't know that man, bro. I don't know nothing about him yet. Watched a couple of interviews. Seems like a genuine dude, but I don't know him, and I won't be able to, you know what I mean, pass any judgment. He's not like the rest of the staff. I won't really be able to pass.
Yeah, this is his first year. This is first year.
So you're right. He's in the same boat as Jody Wright. So I don't really know. I don't know what to expect yet. But he did play in the NFL, and I think he was a coach in the NFL as well too, right?
Yeah, for the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, yeah. So obviously he has a wealth of knowledge. If the Ravens trusted him to be on their staff, and they have one of the most consistent defensive lines in all of the NFL year in year out. So I'm pretty sure he has a wealth of information and knowledge that he's going to bring and help to get these guys along.
Facts. And he's already doing good on the recruiting trail too.
Yeah, I see. He got what's the guy name? Umazulu. Got him interested. Yeah. Harbor's a little bit interested.
Yeah.
So it's just getting those guys to put the pen to the paper in December. You know what I mean? So just gotta stay on them and show progress during the season.
Thanks. We Jordan Birch and Jordan Strong, man, it's their time to shine.
Yeah, George, especially Birch, bro. Came in as one of the top players in the country out of high school. A lot of hoopla about his recruitment back and forth between the coaching staff and his parents. There was a lot that went on to get Birch to South Carolina. So he definitely, it's time for him to perform and put his name out there on a national level from the college standpoint, because high school days is over. Got to do it all over again for college, bro, so you can go to the NFL and get that big payday by being a first round pick.
Facts. So, man, we got all the coaches out the way, man.
We missed one. Somebody who wasn't on the staff last year.
Who that?
Technically, we're calling him an analyst.
Oh, you talk? Freddie.
Yeah,
Freddie Kitchens. See, with him, like I don't know, like how in depth his role actually is with everything. Like, is he just an overseer, or is he really?
I read an interview somebody did on him, and he was talking about how he's helping Coach White actually on the defensive side of the ball. Basically, anytime Coach White has a scheme or anything like that, Kitchens is showing him how he would beat it to help White tighten up his scheme.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I can't remember where I read that at. It was either the Big Spur or What's the other one?
On 3.
Yeah, on Gamecock Central. They moved over to On 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those websites. But yeah, they say he's been working closely with White, just trying to develop plans to make the defense better and the team in general better. Um, and I feel like Satterfield is probably on a shorter leash because you have an ex NFL head coach who's ready to take your position at any moment.
Ooh, that's tough. We're gonna talk about that during the season. I got a hot take.
Okay.
I got a hot take.
Man. All right, so I think we covered all the coaches, didn't we?
Yeah, we got the coaches out the way, man. Last season offensive review. So before the season, we gave the quarterbacks a C- because we really didn't know what we had, because it was supposed to be Luke's first time as a full-time starter. We know how that turned out.
That got derailed.
So you think we came pretty close with that C-?
Man, no, we should have went way lower.
Well, I mean, considering what happened, this was before the season, so we did go to we did go to a bowl game and win.
Right now, how can I put this? Once Luke Doty got hurt, bro, there was not one true quarterback on our roster.
What you mean?
And there are some people who speculate that Doty's not even a true number one quarterback at an SEC school.
Oh, you mean number one quarterback? Okay, yeah. I can sit there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nah, none of them boys would have started at any other school. Maybe Vandy.
I don't even think they would have started at Vandy, bro. Think about what Vandy had on the roster last year. I don't think none of our quarterbacks would have started at Vandy.
You know what? After they could have snuck past Vandy, I believe.
I don't know, bro. Maybe Joyner, if like somebody truly takes the reins off, Joyner could have performed.
Yeah.
But outside of Doty, and even Doty, sometimes he doesn't carry himself like a quarterback, bro. He just looks like an athlete. You know, when you look at a quarterback, you can kind of tell that's the quarterback. You know what I mean? None of our guys really had that aura about themselves. Like, I'm the leader. This is my team. This is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna put the game on my back. We didn't have that at all with none of the 4 quarterbacks that we played last year. I don't know, man. I just don't see the C- being fair. Especially needing to come back win against Vandy. Thank God Zeb did that, but we needed to come back win versus Vandy. We needed to come back win versus what was it, ECU?
Yeah.
Like we can't play those kind of games, bro, and expect to compete in the SEC. You can't even compete in the ACC with the quarterbacks we had last year. And that's not a knock on y'all guys, on the guys or anything like that. It's just from a talent perspective, we were seriously lacking at that position. So yeah, I would have went with an F, knowing what I know now back then.
Yeah.
If you say differently, you lie.
Knowing what I know, I would have went with an F, but given the outcomes of said games, I would give it a C- still. They still pass. Like I said, we won 7 games in the bowl game. And we beat Florida and Auburn too.
Okay, but those are probably the worst Florida and Auburn teams that we're ever gonna see in history.
I mean, we play who we play. We did come up with the schedule, and we had the hardest schedule in the nation last year.
I mean, we had a harder schedule in the nation every year.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta add all that in.
Yeah, I just don't. No. There were too many games that were too close, or too many games that we lost because of poor quarterback play. So I'm still not. C- is still too high.
Still too high for you. All right. Last year, running backs. We said that was gonna be an A plus.
Boy, do we get our feelings hurt.
Man, right? We were talking about 2,000-yard rushers. Man, that's tough.
But honestly, I don't think running back was that bad, especially once the season got going. Juju was a bright spot. Zaquandre White was a bright spot.
White, yeah.
Kevin Harris seemed like he finally got back in his rhythm towards the end of the season. So I'll give them a C for the season.
Running backs for the season, I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a C2. I'm gonna give them a C2, strong C.
And I can't go too much lower because there was so much going on around them that they couldn't control. You could have had Marcus Lattimore, Walter Payton in the backfield, and they wouldn't have done nothing.
Yeah, yeah. See. So wide receivers, I said coming in. I said I gave them a C coming in. You gave them a D coming in.
And you know what?
What you think about that?
I'm gonna move them up to a C, but they better thank Josh Van for that. Josh Van bailed out every single one of y'all last
year. He was our receiving core for real. He was. Cause man, who was our number 2 in catches from the receiver spot?
Well, I think the number 2 pass catcher on the team was Nick Muse, but I don't know.
Was it Jordan probably with 12? He had 12 catches, 15 catches, something like that.
How many did Leggett have?
I think he had single digits.
Okay.
Because he was hurt. Besides that that one good catch he had, he was hurt for the most of the season for real.
Yeah, and then Brooks was gone for a lot of time, so
Brooks was gone. Yeah.
Bro, you know how bad it is that we don't even know who was the true number 2 last year. And it's not from not watching the games because I watched every game in misery.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wide receivers as a whole got to do a lot better this year. Y'all can't have Josh Van out there by himself trying to make every play. Also, Jaheim Bell stopped running the wrong routes and getting the Josh Van way when the ball's supposed to be going.
He tried to ECU. That was funny. Both of them boys right there. Both of the boys right there. Yeah, I see. I can see that. And tight ends, we gave the tight end room A's going into last year. How would you say they did?
Tight ends wasn't that bad last year. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they really knew what they had with Bell until later in the season. But it wasn't that bad. Muse pretty much caught everything that was thrown at him if it was a decent ball. He did good blocking. Yeah, I don't have a lot bad to say about him. I wouldn't give him an A, but I'd probably bring it down to a B.
That's what I'm saying. That's the grade I gave him, a B. A B. Like you said, they wasn't overly spectacular. They weren't bad. You know. But yeah, that threw me off. But yeah, they weren't that bad. Jaheim Bell, like we couldn't even really use Jaheim Bell like we was supposed to. I feel like, but
well,
I don't know. I don't know if
by the time he got open, quarterback was sacked.
That too, and I don't feel like we moved him around enough.
No, definitely not, because he's the type of guy you can line up everywhere: running back, slot, wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah,
you can put him on the line and let him block as a lineman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's a guy that can do it all. I just think he just has to get more consistent. Because there were times last year where it looks like he was out of position. As far as not knowing where to play actually winner or something like that. But as long as he has that under control, the guy has all the God-given talent in the world. Just got to maximize it, make sure he's in the right spots, and always be ready to contribute when his number is called. Because like I said, last year when I watched him, he was doing his thing, but it just looked like times where he was in the wrong spot because there would be too many receivers right in the same spot.
Yeah, but we don't know if that was his fault or it could have been the receivers running the wrong routes.
Well, that's true too. Because outside of Van, I don't trust that anybody was running the right route.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Last but not least, offensive line. We both gave them B minuses going into the season. We was off. We were way off.
Give me an F. Give me an F minus.
Even though Sack said all the sacks and stuff wasn't only because of the offensive line.
Now I'm not gonna give him an F because of the sacks, because I know that has a lot to do with the quarterback and the timing and the receivers, and you know what I mean. Yeah. The scheme. So once Luke got hurt, none of the other guys really knew what to do because they hadn't been practicing. So I can't completely blame that F on them. However, when we couldn't get a push off the offensive line to run the ball against ECU, that's a problem.
Man, we ain't really ran like that versus Jordan either. But we ran all over Florida, though.
So that just don't make sense to me. We definitely got to tighten that up. There are teams with lesser talent than us. We should dominate. I don't want any more games like Northern Illinois, ECU, the Citadel, bro, where we're clearly a more talented team and get our ass kicked. That should never happen again. Being a member of the SEC, we make something like $60 million a year. Most of these schools ain't gonna make that in the next 10 years. So the nutrition programs, none of that is up to par. We should never, ever be in a dogfight with a school outside of the SEC other than Clemson.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Man. I feel the same way. Unacceptable. I gave them boys. I gave them boys a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a D.
I mean, it wasn't all their fault, but it was a lot their fault.
Facts. Let's go to the defense, man. D-line last year, we both gave them B minuses.
I'm gonna go with a D, because
I
don't know.
That's kind of hard.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go with a D, because we got way too many stops and moments where we needed them. So I'm not gonna get them a D. I'm gonna get them a C. Even C, not a C minus, not a C plus, just a C.
I'm gonna go that route as well. We didn't really get consistent pressure on the QB at times. We got it at times. We didn't do that good at stopping the run. So that's why I can't give him a B off of that.
Right. Now, if they come out next season and play every game like they played North Carolina, then we talk.
Ooh, that'd be tough. Yeah. They'll flying around versus North Carolina for real.
Yeah.
They'll flying around versus North Carolina. Linebackers. we gave linebackers a D going into the season.
I'm gonna go with a C this time. Because they weren't that bad last year. They got out of position a lot, but I don't think that was necessarily a lot of them taking the wrong angles and stuff. I just think it's the linemen not helping them out and getting off of blocks and heating up blocks so that they can run free.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with a C. I give them a C plus.
C plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go regular C. Brad Johnson. He I think he led the team in tackles, and that was his first year starting a linebacker. Damani Staley came in for Sherrod Green when he was hurt. You know, he had a big pick 6 versus ECU that gave us the momentum going into halftime when we needed it. So I mean, I think that was average.
All right, so we'll down to BBs.
BBs. You said F. I said D.
And I was pleasantly surprised, bro. I'll give them boys a B.
Yeah. I'm gonna give them a B too. We gave us some big plays like at crazy times. Like we got a good back five, but certain times I don't know if it's just miscommunication or a lapse in focus.
A lot of times I think the DB will bite on eye candy and think it's a run, and they'll cheat up some, and then they end up getting burnt.
Maybe, man. We need to get that cleaned up though, and then also need tackling help with the run defense, because y'all the last line of defense.
Man, listen, if I see RJ Ryder take one more crazy ass angle to make a top tackle, bro, I'm gonna lose it.
Shout out Roger, man.
But the thing is, when he make contact, he usually hits the tackle. He's one of the better tacklers on the team. But
that's a fact. Yeah.
He take them crazy angles, and you be like, bro, you were right there.
Yeah, he do be taking some bad angles sometimes, man. But if like you said, if he get there, he can make the tackle though. He ain't let too many of them go for real. Let too many of them go.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he's gonna probably be real good back there in that safety room this year, just because he has so much information, so much knowledge that he's soaked up over the past 5 to 6 years. So I think he's gonna be a real asset, whether on the field or off the field in the locker room. You know what I mean? So
definitely, man. Well, that wraps up our first episode back. Man, that felt good. It felt good to get that out the way, man.
Yes, sir. And now I'm even more hyped for September 3rd.
Facts. Oh. Sneak peek coming with you guys. We got some big things coming.
Oh yeah.
Still on the lookout. I'm telling you, hey. Stay on the lookout. I'm telling you, this our year. For the football team and this podcast, man. For real.
Right.
So please follow us on our social medias. Down below, you see it.
Twitter, IG. We ain't got no Facebook. If you got Twitter, if you got an Instagram, you can find us on Facebook through there.
Facts. Then also, man, please like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate any feedback. All feedback is good feedback to us. Let us know what you think, man. Your predictions, anything like that. Any questions you want us to answer for you, we got you. Until next. Anything you got before we got out of here, man?
Nah, that's it, bro. Only thing I'll say is if anybody want to drop their score predictions in the comments on this video, we can talk about it. Might even bring you on the next episode. Just get at us.
Get at us. You might be on the next episode. But as always, man, I'm LG. My co-host TJ. We out, man.
All right, y'all be easy.